and we're going to be, you know, I'll see you in a couple of weeks, Megan, because we're going to be in New York. And I went to TJ Maxx the other day and got some like sweaters and stuff because I don't have sweaters. Like, it's just crazy.
And the weather here has been really crazy because like Monday it was, you know, below 0. Then Thursday it was like 50.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes.
That's crazy. Ugh. Well, we're going to go ahead and start. I know that there's a couple more people jumping on. We have Carrie Stillman is the other side. Usually she holds her own team call, which is great. And I know a lot of people might have been out of town because tomorrow is my glam light is like blaring in my eye. See the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Like blaring in my eye. I can't see. Okay. But so I'm just gonna wait I see some more people. We're gonna go ahead and start out with recognition. I have a couple people to recognize already in January, and I was watching because I mean I don't always comment on everybody's stuff. Think about it. We have organization and so many people. And how are you guys feeling about your Instagram and Facebook stories? I mean, do you feel like you're completely overwhelmed and now keep adding stuff to your Instagram stories?
Good.
I have noticed that with everybody, that they are just amazing. You guys are killing your Facebook and Instagram stories. I've seen Megan on there a ton, Danielle on there a ton, and anybody that is new also to our call. And if you are absolutely lost about what's going on, don't worry about it because we will get you caught up. So the Instagram stories are going great. Let's see. So for January, we have some recognition to do for Success Club. And you want to remember that every challenge pack that you change someone's life with, you get 2 points. So a lot of network marketing companies, they always focus on sales. They'll say, oh, for how many people you sell something to, you get 2 points. But you're really changing somebody's life, and you really are invested in your challengers. And I don't even want to say clients because then I feel like that's kind of like selling again. But you need to be really invested in them. And before I go over our January Life Changers, I want you guys to be reminded, and this is kind of something that Jamie and I talked about before, and this isn't specifically to anybody who's on here right now because I know a lot of you guys watch the replay, but you want to remember that if you sell a challenge pack at 12 o'clock, you should not be adding those people into the challenge group at 12:15. Because you would have to go over the challenge group, their meal plan, the workout, like the Beachbody On Demand, all of that stuff. Because if I joined your group and you signed me up and you threw me into Change is Good, I would freak out because I would be like, hello, no way. Like, I won't even take a selfie, let alone post a workout of myself. Like, that's not going to happen. See you later. I'm out. Forget it. I made a mistake. And I think a lot of times we do that and then we kill ourselves from the beginning before the People's Challenge Pack even comes in. So I have 8 people that I've signed up over the past week and a half, and I have barely even added them in yet, even if their boxes come in, because I need to talk to them, explain it all, let them know that they don't need to work out, 7 days a week. Maybe you're going to start with 3 days a week. You're going to ease your way into meal planning. Once you're successful with that, then we go to the next step. So be very careful how you approach that. And a lot of times, even for myself, I have to remember and be very sensitive, not sensitive, but I need to be very compassionate with people because what we're doing typically is not normal, right? Like, getting up and working out and posting selfies and like saying like, hey, you want to change your life? Join my group. It's so cool. Like, most people aren't going to be comfortable with that, which means most people may not want to join what you're doing because they need to remember that you started, like, I remember even Jamie, like when we first started, when Jamie was one of my first coaches. When we first started, we were not doing what we're doing now. I'll tell you that. Not at all. Not even close. And I wouldn't have even done what we're doing now. No way. And I'm pretty outgoing. It would not have happened. So just be mindful of that. And of course, my phone just locked up. So, crap. Hold on. Sorry about that. Okay, so myself, I have 14 points. Carrie Steelman Smith, 12. Valerie Nelson, 6. Katie Minaj, 6. Randy Oliphant, 4. Bailey has 2. Megan Gutenberg, I think you have 4. Don't you have 4? Or do you have 2?
I have 4 as of right now because I just sold another one.
Okay, I must have seen that PV shoot up because the thing here said 2, but I thought it was 4. Christine Yukowicz, I'll never say that right ever. It's 2. Sorry about that. John Houston, 2. Carrie Lear, 2. Carly Bysmell is 2. Rachel Bentley, 2. Evans, 2. And Rachel White is 2. And so far, our top recruiters for this month are Valerie Nelson, Carly, Michelle Katz, Randy Oliphant, Rachel White, and Bailey Gracer. And the top recruiters over to that side means coaches that have been signed up this month. So way to go. So far, we are killing it. We are at 20. This is the little thing the assistant makes. We are at 27 lives changed. So that is really good. So yay for our team because you guys, like, I think for a while, as a leader, I see like, I'm putting a lot of stuff out there like, do this. This is how we invite. You send a friend request, then you do this, and then you do this, and then you say that over and over and over again, and then you have like you go to make your board and you don't have anyone to put on your board, and you've been saying it for like a year, and then all of a sudden you're like, wow, I have people. And I have people who are on a board. So you just got to remember to stay consistent with it because it does take time. And if you are feeling overwhelmed, if you are new, if you are feeling overwhelmed and you are completely lost, you are in the right place because you should be overwhelmed, you should be lost, and you do it day by day, step by step, and you will eventually get there. The next thing is a couple of quick notes that I wanted to go over before I passed it over to Danielle. We have a Team Boom 4 is the old free group. And the old free group's terrible. Like, I know it's been terrible. It's been like knocking on my shoulder for a few months, like fix it. And I just haven't. And that is Team Boom 4. So what I've done is I've made my own personal own free group. And that is the one that is working on a better me. Do you remember seeing that? And then I changed it starting tomorrow for the 7-day sugar detox. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, it's mine, like you can't, stay in there or whatever. If you want to make your own free group, I urge you to make your own free group. And don't just add people in that. And I promise you that like 15 people added me to groups this weekend that I did not want to be added to, whether it was lipstick, LaRue, makeup, whatever. I don't care if it was like, join my group and I'll give you $1 million. I leave the groups. I don't even look at it. I leave it right away. So what I do with my free groups, guys, is I always use it as a fallback. I never lead with free. Okay, so if somebody says, oh, I'm not quite ready right now, and I've already worked on the objection part, meaning everybody's going to say they don't have enough money, everybody's going to say they don't have enough time, and everyone's going to say they're too busy. So then, based off of how I've trained you, you would then say, well, I used to feel the same way. Who on here signed up the first time someone approached them? Not me. No way in heck was I going to join this weird cult of workout scammernator group of women. No way was I gonna do that. I was like, heck no to my sister. Good luck with your little thing, like selling your DVDs and pushing shakes. Like, I'm not gonna do that. So I always relate to my customer and tell them, like, I felt the same way. And then if they're like, well, like I'm not quite ready, then I add them to the free group. So the old free group was Team Boom 4. I posted in there today that for my people, I have closed the group. If you want to keep it, you can keep it. I've closed it. I've moved over to working on a better me. I made that group for my people, and then I'm doing a 7-day sugar detox. You're welcome to put your free group people in there, but I urge you to make your own, because making your own sounds super hairy, scary, like don't ever want to do that in my life. But I remember when Annie Wallace kicked me out of her coach group 2 years ago, and my mindset was, why would I hold my own team call, like, if you're already doing it? Like, why would I ever want to do that? Like, that's crazy. I'm perfectly happy over here with my Netflix and just sitting on the call or taking notes. Like, I would never do that. Like, it didn't make sense to me, you know? And then she kicked me out, and I was so scared because I was like, I got to make a coach group. Like, I got to make my own free group. And I completely kind of freaked out. But then I went from barely being a diamond to a star diamond coach, close to elite. I'm always close to elite, but whatever. But you know, like, really started to grow. So you know, make your own if you'd like. If you're not quite ready, that's fine. So in the sugar detox, yes.
A quick question. I already have a free group. Like, I think you're part of it. Like, I do those 30-day challenges where we do like wall sits or whatever. Could I just move those people into there and just kind of make that like, hey, if you want to join my next 30-day wall sit challenge, sign up with your free Team Beachbody account. And
yes. Yeah, I would do that, Jamie, and don't keep moving people from group to group. Just rename it, because my sugar detox, all I'm going to do is change the banner and change the thing. And I also have been thinking about this because every time I see it pop up on my phone, so it's like wall sit challenge, call it like rock your booty challenge, like call it something else to give it some flair. Call it, like, if you're doing an arm challenge, call it you know, I always think it's like chicken wing arm, like good, like something creative. So I was thinking about that the other day. I actually wrote it down. I forgot to tell you when we talked today. I'm not saying it's not good, but kind of change it so it's like, oh, you know, that sounds cool. Like, I want to do it, even though it's the same thing. It's like a little bit more creative. So yeah, definitely do that and run your free groups. Running your free group is a bridge to paid. Do not get yourself wrapped up in free, because then as coaches, we always say, well, I just really want to help people. Well, you know what, guys, I want to help people too, but I don't want to be trapped on Facebook for 6 hours a day, commenting and jumping in groups where my paycheck is $8 on a Friday. Because I know a lot of coaches that work 20 hours a week and they make like $14. So do your free, but have a long-term vision for growth, right? Okay. Also, in the sugar detox group, if you'd like to use my free group, please don't just post random stuff. So we post random things like, here I am with my shake, here I am working out, all of that in the paid groups. But in the sugar detox group, I would like the people just to answer the question and comment on the sugar detox question of the day. So if you're like if I'm up and Tim and I, like, we are committed to this 80-day obsession, I give us 3 days and we're going to quit. I mean, seriously, we're getting up at 5 o'clock and we're going live every morning. And I was like, even if I don't get up, just grab my phone and go live, because we want it to be real. Like, my wife's still in bed. Like, I'm going to do it anyway. And he's like, no way I'm ever going to do that. I was like, you have to. Like, we have to be real. We have to be authentic, you know? And he's like, ugh. So I have to get up now, you know, every day. So I give myself till Wednesday, and then I'd be like, oh my God, I'm like sick, just to opt out. But, you know, we do all that in the paid, but in the free, I don't think that we should be posting all that cool stuff we're doing, because then the free is the same as the paid, right? So we kind of want to breadcrumb that. The last thing I want to say is the biggest problem that I am having is people are getting the Beachbody on demand. Okay, awesome. They get their shakes for a month, and then they're like, well, I already have my Beachbody on demand. I still have 2 weeks of shakes. I don't care what anybody says, and you know as well as I do, Shakeology is going to drive your business and your income. So every time you post in the challenge groups, like, drop a little nugget, like saying, and I wrote, like, on my notes right here to, like, be more mindful of that. Or try to be more mindful of, oh, this morning I'm feeling so awesome. I'm 6 for 6 with my Shakeology. I'm feeling real, or 6, you know, for 7. Got up and I ran this morning with my girls, but I don't think I would have ever had that endurance if I got an email the other day and I realized that I was Shakeology 365er, like, you know, been killing it. Because we want people to see the value in it, because otherwise I can buy that crap at Walmart for, I mean, it's not, Shakeology is not protein, it's a superfood. We have to start putting that into our posts, not our personal wall post, but our, you know, the people that are already in. I keep saying the last thing, but I have a little list here. There's something called a win back. So anybody that has canceled their Shakeology in the past that you have already sold a challenge pack to, okay, reach back out to them and tell them, you know, I know maybe, like sometimes I just make up stuff for people. I'm like, I know last time you joined my group and maybe it wasn't the right time because little Billy got sick and you had a lot going on, but I'm starting a new group up here in February and I wanted to reach back out to you to see if you might be interested in joining. I'm also offering a swag bag of, you know, $5 Target gift card, $5, I don't always say a Target gift card, but it's always like $5 or $10. Target gift card and some fun kind of swag. So I always go to the clearance at TJ Maxx. I buy notebooks like this. They're $2. These little notebooks, I'll send this. And I taught you guys that because we all have way too many markers and stationery going on, right? All of us who have been together for a while. So I'll get these. I, you know, win the Success Club thing every month. So I have like 3 of these double time towels. I have backpacks and shirts. And, you know, after a while, you're just like, you know, you could totally like make that stuff up into little gift bags for people. That is enticing and pulls them in. Or a lot of times I just tell people, you know, Shakeology alone is $46 with tax and shipping. So I just tell them that I'm offering you $20 back, you know, because I don't do that a lot, but if I feel like I'm sitting at 4 points, sometimes close to the end of the month, I do offer them an incentive. If you guys have packets of Shakeology and stuff, I'll say, you know, offer people things. Another thing that worked when I post about the sugar detox was, I said it's 7 days, that group. I said, tag a friend and I will throw in an extra week for free. Like Dedra, when you're doing your calls about maybe a book you read and you're talking about something to empower people, you know, say to them, tag a friend below and share, and I'll put you in a drawing for a sample of whatever. If you don't have any samples, send me a text. I got a whole closet full of them. You know what I mean? Because then not only are you talking, but you're also having a tag, increasing your market, and you're getting a share. So everything you do, I always think about, is it entertaining? Am I helping somebody? And how is this helping me eventually create a revenue? Okay, so kind of think of those things. Also, congratulations to Megan. She's getting closer and closer to diamond. She has a huge goal she's pushing for. Congratulations to my husband for being close to diamond. And Carrie Steelman, you aren't on here, but I know you always listen to these calls. She's been doing a lot in her community with meal planning and helping people and speaking at conferences. I know I haven't talked to you, Carrie, in a couple days, but I do see you, so congratulations. And Dedra and Danielle, holy freaking guacamole, your clothing thing was the best live video that I have ever seen in social media, ever. My whole family watched it, and it was great. And it was so funny because I was in my closet and I was standing there because we just went to Wild Wings. We were out, my husband and I, for a little while, and then we went to Burlington Coat Factory and did a bunch of different things. And it was funny because I was telling my husband, I was like, I have nothing to wear. He's like, well, you have that dress, just fold it under, now it's a shirt. It was so funny because I was like, that's so true, you know? So it kind of made me open my eyes to, like, I really do have things. Maybe I could just tuck it in or add a belt or tie it on the side. So that was awesome. And I think it even inspired my husband's fashion sense. So that was great. So before we move on to the next part, I wanted to turn the floor over to Jamie really quick. We are talking about the 80-day obsession is coming up. And we wanted to, or Jamie wanted to talk to you a little bit about some tips for people that possibly may be new to Beachbody, you know, like 80-day obsession is kind of like a buzzword. It's like, oh yeah, like let's do it. So she has some tips and some suggestions for you guys with new prospects that you're bringing in, and also people that you already have, how they can take their fitness to the next level.
Thanks, Marie. So I'm in the 80-day obsession test group, like a bunch of us are, and I know everybody's seeing all the posts in there. We have a lot of people like in the graduate and
I'm so stressed out with those posts too.
Oh my gosh, there's so many posts.
I can't even do my measurements. I'm so stressed.
It's a little overwhelming, just the number of posts in there, but
Yeah.
like we're seeing people in the graduate and some in the Change is Good, and I know I think myself and Charity and my little challenge group are doing the 80-day obsession. And one of the things I'm seeing is a lot of people are kind of getting nervous about it because, you know, they've never done a program this big before. So I'll just say my experience. I don't know if you guys, a lot of you follow me on Facebook, and I think I posted when I finished Insanity Max, that was my 14th Beachbody program that I finished. And 4 of those programs were 90-day programs. I did P90X 1, 2, and 3, and I did Chalene Extreme. So I'm no stranger to 90-day programs. However, saying that, I haven't done one in like 3 years. So, well, I've done like off and on P90X streaks. That's like my go-to when I have nothing else to do. But they're totally different than what a lot of the people in these challenge groups are used to. Because a lot of us, I know me in particular, I get a lot of challengers in with 21-day fix because, hey, look, it's only 21 days. Only half an hour a day. What have you got to lose? Anybody can do it for 30 days. You know, everybody has that, is like pretty cool with that. Like, yeah, I can try that. There's lots of variety. Why not? And so a lot of the people in our challenge groups are used to like 21-day fix. They're used to Shift Shop. They're used to Core de Force, where it's this little quick condensed program and then they're done. This is going to be something totally new, even for us coaches. I mean, a lot of the coaches in our group have been doing 21-day fix, 21-day fix extreme, Shift Shop. Those are their things. And so I just want to make sure that people know, one, it's okay if, like Marie said, I'm probably going to get up and be like, after 3 days, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. So, you know what?
I'm going to come back on Friday, but Thursday.
No. But you know what? That's okay, because sometimes, like I know for me, I've been prepping for this by doing chisel with hammer and chisel. I love strength training. That's kind of like my bread and butter. That and the Core de Force, those are like my 2 things. So you give me weights and you give me an hour-long workout and I am just in heaven. That's my thing. But then I go and try and do like Insanity Max 30 was nuts for me. I'm like, I had to make myself get up and do that. T25 I never finished. I'll be honest with you. It's 25 minutes a day, only 60 days. Never finished it because I got so bored with it. Same with PiYo. It's not the hardest program. It gets you sweating, but I couldn't do it because it wasn't my thing. So it's okay if your clients, like we're all, you know, really hyped up about 80-day obsession. I know I am too, but I'm not pushing it in my group because I know I have people in there who have bad knees. They have bad backs. So I'm working individually with the people I'm coaching, saying, this probably is not the right one for you right now. But
yeah, definitely know your market and know who you don't want to overwhelm people and set them up. Throw them in the group, number one, not talk to them like she's saying, and then set them up with 80-day obsession.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're going to go into that. And it's if you look online, it is a intermediate advanced program. If you go through and kind of sort by what workout level it is, it's an intermediate advanced program. So you're not going to want to start somebody out who's brand new to exercising or hasn't exercised in years into this program. You're going to want to work them up. So, don't be afraid just because, and I think way back in the day when I started as a coach, one of the questions I had for Marie and Alyssa at the time when we were on one of the team calls was, hey, whenever these new workouts come out, do I have to do it? Do my people have to do that? Because I was in college at the time. I was going to grad school. I'm like, I need to buy books for grad school. Do I have to do this every single time? And they're like, no. They're like, you don't have to.
Like, nah, just buy your shakes every month.
Just get your shakes. You're fine.
Just
But
don't quit. You're keeping me emerald. I love you.
but it's,
We were the worst.
sometimes we kind of have that fear of
Well,
missing
Jamie
out.
was
Like, don't do it at this time. We have that fear of missing out. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to miss something. But also think about it too. I tend to do programs after a lot of people have already done them. And that gets more buzz after because everybody's already done it. They've seen it already. And then there's like this little lull. And then you come back with it and people are like, oh, I forgot about that. Let's give that one a try now. So if your people aren't ready for it right now, just talk to them, learn what they're, what they really love. And that goes back to what Marie tells us and kind of building that relationship where you're saying, hey, what are your goals? What have you liked in the past? Having that conversation instead of saying, hey, here, buy this challenge pack.
Yeah, definitely. And you can never go wrong if you I always lead with Beachbody On Demand because then it's like, I'll say, well, you could do this program one day, you could do this program one day, and, so on and so forth. So yeah, that was awesome, Jamie. And I think that is so important because it's kind of like, I feel like I'm not discounting it because I think it's great and I think it's a great program, but it's kind of like at Christmas when everybody wants a Furby and then you're like, everybody has to get a Furby. You know what I mean? Like everybody has to get one. So it's kind of the same thing with 80-Day Obsession. First of all, it's great because it's a $180 challenge pack. They already have the stuff. They don't have to buy the $50 thing later. But, for me, and I'm a successful-ish coach, it might be hard for me to sell something that's 160. If I'm going for 180, we might worry about those sliders later. So I kind of lead with, what are your needs? What do you want? If you're just kind of starting out, then we can kind of approach that later. And maybe I'm wrong because maybe I should be on a 3-day refresh. But I know even for myself, I get super annoyed when I am at the to eat and somebody tries to upsell me on a dessert when I'm like only like tuna. Like, why do I want a freaking cheesecake? So it's like a super annoying. So thank you, Jamie. All right, Danielle Pacey.
Malicious meaning.
Okay. Who is that? The dog.
What's going on?
Hello.
So Marie reached out to me today. So I'm kind of like, I was at work and I'm like, what? I don't have my computer with me. I don't have a PowerPoint. So this is kind of like,
I'm like, can you make a PowerPoint and lead my team call in like an hour thing?
I'm like, all right, okay, I can do this. Sure. So basically, I wanted to talk to you guys about some posts that I have done that kind of have, I guess, helped me get my niche. Also, when I first started, I think everybody knows me, I'm not sure. But when I first started, I was that coach that was like, hey, here's my shaker cup, or taking a picture and like autumn is in the background, like Country Heat. So that is totally not me anymore. I actually have been doing a training for the past 2 months now. It's the Cody Jefferson training.
Ooh.
And he kind of focuses on talking about your story. Like everybody has a story, right? And I know Marie has,
90 stories.
You guys about that too. So let me see if I could share my screen so I could show you guys some of my posts. Okay, you guys see that?
Yeah, awesome.
So this one is one that I did last night, and I'll just read it to you guys real quick. It's funny. I have been thinking a lot lately since I'm going through a stressful time right now in my life. I heard something from someone that I spoke to recently, and it resonated with me. Danielle, you are all about the positive mindset, right? Yeah, I am, but I'm struggling to keep it all together. Okay, well, this is what I want you to do. She said, go outside and say, I have given you so much, universe. It's time to give me something. No please, no maybe. Give me something because I need it more than ever now. I don't know I didn't look at her crazy because I believe in that type of stuff, what she said. She also said, I want you to forget that 2018 is going to be your best year. Forget that shit. You are realigning part of your life right now. Doesn't matter what year it is. When you shift back to that positive light, then it's your time, and so on and so forth. So this basically, I wrote this post because it did really happen, and I am going through a stressful time right now, and it was actually at work, and I have gotten a lot of messages from this one post from last night saying like that, oh my God, this is so relatable. Like I'm going through, a situation similar, the fact is, like, this post, I'm being real. I'm not talking about Beachbody at all. I'm not talking about that I'm a coach. I'm just putting myself out there. And I think when I first started, it was really, really scary to do stuff like this. But as the months went on, I've gotten used to it. But I'll show you guys one more. And like this one.
That one was pretty good though. I liked that one because it was just enough. Can you talk about that one for a second?
Sure.
I've been like reading all your stuff all week. You ever watch that movie This Is 40 where the girl's like, I saw your post, and the other girl's like, well, you didn't comment or like. It's so funny. She's like, well, you didn't like it. But go ahead, sorry. I think it's really fun.
So also google.com is my favorite. Okay. And I post, I like search in Google and I'm just like, I don't know, positive quotes, or I'm a true introvert. So sometimes like if I don't really feel like getting real serious about like my problems, I put introvert quotes, or like this was a quote, okay, from Google. And this got a lot of engagement as well. And I got, of course, this one with Dedra. Was so much fun. And meanwhile, she was the one that reached out to me about doing this, which I was just sitting back. I was letting her do the whole thing. I thought this was a great idea. And
I like how she had the body form out too. That was great.
I know. But I think going live is so important too, because, and this was a huge, like when I first started, that was a huge thing for me to go live. So like I was like, I can't do this. Like, what are you talking about, go live? Like, I literally had a panic attack, but now I like go live every day. So it's, it's just that like that initial like first time doing it, you're going to be nervous. You're going to sweat, whatever. Just do it, because you're going to reach out to you'll be surprised who you're going to reach out to. Maybe I'll show you one more and then I'll unshare, and then I could talk about Instagram, my Insta stories.
And can you touch on a little bit how not talking about Beachbody helps you build your Beachbody business?
Yeah, so that's another thing that I've been learning with this training, this Cody Jefferson training, is, okay, my background is sales. I work in fashion in the city, and I'm, a supervisor, and I'm all sales. That's all I know for the past 12 years. So when like coaches come, like sign on and they're like, I'm totally not, a salesperson, I can't do this. I am a salesperson, but now I have to kind of push back a little bit and not be salesy. So like with these personalized posts, people are drawn to that. And I think a big thing when you're writing your posts is even start it with a question. Like, do you remember when? Or, are you at a plateau? Like, just have those engagement questions, because people will be like, let's be honest, people are scrolling Facebook all the time, and they can be like, but if you have that boom, like engagement post, they're like, whoa, okay, let me see what this girl has to say.
Right.
So, kind of what I've been trying to do, and people are honestly messaging me about it. Let me unshare so that I can show you. Stop share.
So basically, guys, you know, and what she's saying too is people follow you, like they see that you're going through something. If you show up every day and you're like, oh, I have this challenge pack that's for sale or whatever, you're just white noise. You're just like those girls selling lipstick or flash sale or BOGO, buy this cleanse, get this one free. So if they follow you and they know you're a real person, maybe you have struggles. Maybe you don't want to talk about your struggles. Maybe you want to talk about your triumphs. By the time I say, hey girl, you know, you seem like you have an awesome vibe, I would love to tell you more about my 80-day obsession group coming up here. Would you like the details on it? They're like, sure, as opposed to if you're just like, win in the day, it's 6 o'clock in the morning, here I am up again. Like people are gonna they're gonna like be like, I'm not getting up at 6, good luck, see you later. But if you're talking about fashion and it's engaging and entertaining, they're gonna want in.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
And Instagram, like everybody is saying, Instagram stories is a big thing right now. So I'm all about it. And I hope you guys have all signed up for that training we're doing next week. Cause I mean, starting Monday, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Which I'm excited about.
And if you don't have the link for it, it's a social media training. Post in the Boom Empire Fit Crew coaches page that you need the link and someone will reach out to you for that.
So with the stories, like I can show you guys my stories right now. So this was like from a live yesterday that I was, can I pause it? Wait. Sorry. From a live I did yesterday, talking about that that I've been like stressed out, like a lot of things going wrong this past few months. But like, and this was me this morning with my glass of wine with my Energize. And then every day now, since I'm into fashion, I post, like I do like a boomerang of my like outfit of the day. And then I tag the designer of the outfit, like each item, like the top, the cardigan, the bottom, my boots. And actually like the brand.
That's a really good idea. I did that because these are Pottery Barn curtains back here. And I tagged Pottery Barn on that. And it was weird behind me while I was talking about a coaching opportunity. And it was like 180 more views because I did the @ symbol on the Pottery Barn stuff. Yep. And the Gap zip up like hoodie I had on, I did the same thing.
And I've actually gotten like the brand itself reach out to me and be like, thanks for wearing our stuff. So
yeah.
Cool.
And then you could be a brand ambassador too, and they'll send you free stuff. I get boxes, guys, in the mail of the it's like the hemp lotion. What's it called? It has like a pot leaf on it, but it's like the lotion. I can't think of what it was, but they sent me like a huge box of stuff. That author sent me stuff. Like I get boxes in the mail all the time from tagging stuff. Like they'll start sending me things, which is cool too. Because if you're wearing it and they're following it, more people are apt to like,
exactly.
Yeah.
And then I just posted like one of the girls on our bigger team, on our team. She just did she did a Spotify account for workouts. So I'm obsessed with it. So I just tagged her in this. And then this morning, me walking.
If you're going to do any of that, don't worry, because we're going to teach you how to do that next week.
And then this is me walking to work in the freezing cold, 17 degrees. And then this was me excited about this call. And then a big thing that I've also been doing lately is I've also been going live on Instagram. So you guys can.
I've never gone live on Instagram.
I just wanted to pop on real quick this morning. Happy Sunday.
You would say the same thing. I love it.
I just wanted to pop in before soon. I am super excited because I was just going through some stuff on the computer, and the new program I'm starting tomorrow is up and running. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about how I do my workout type of thing. Okay, so let's see if I can flip this screen.
And I'm going to be showing them Beachbody on Demand.
1 second, I am going to.
And I love you because you're not scripted. You're just real. You're natural. It requires no talent, guys. Literally, you could put anything on there. People are such creepers. They'll watch you do anything.
It's called 80-Day Obsession, and the workouts are up and loaded. These are like the eating, so you can take a look at the eating plans, and it kind of gives you a breakdown of each day, and all the workouts are different, which I'm super excited about. I know this might scare people because it's scaring me a little bit, but
Yeah, you're relating. Good. Someone's paying attention.
I'm 31. Let me turn it around again. But the point is, like, if you want to make that change, you need to sacrifice some stuff, right? So I have been slacking in the waking up department. So being
Relating again, you're real, you're not unobtainable.
either waking up earlier than I usually do, because you also have to, if you want to get the best results, you have to follow the meal plan as well. Nutrition is also a player in reaching your goals. So in the plan, there is a pre-workout meal. I know I don't.
Okay, it goes on. No. But okay, so then I know most of you know how to see people that have viewed your stories, but if you don't, you just like swipe it up, and you'll see like all these like people that have seen my stories.
And then you usually go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, no. So obviously this is like within 24 hours, it's gone. So I have this book that I literally write all the names in every day.
If I ever die and someone finds my name a book of names, they'll be like, what was she up to?
And then for Christmas, I actually also got this planner, which I'm like obsessed with, because I'm kind of slowly starting it. I'm new to all this still, but it has like essential goals, month of January, and it says goal, why, and how. So it's kind of just keeping you organized. But anyway, so I put all those names in that book, and then I would be sending them invites the next day. You know, I can tell you what my.
That's great. That's awesome though. Like that. So you're writing their names down. You're reaching out to them. You're using that attraction marketing. You're pulling people in, and you're doing it over and over and over again. You know, sometimes you're putting stuff on your stories. Like right now, I was like, crap. She said 24 hours. Like, where was I? I wrote down I wrote down these people. That was yesterday, the day before. I haven't actually invited them yet. So before I go to bed every night, I write their names down, and I have my morning post written out. We've talked about that before. Then something about fitness, something about your life, you share on your stories, you write it down. Then you follow the script, the inviting script, over and over and over. That's the unsexy, not fun part we talked about. Going live, doing your workouts, getting dressed up, having that fun, going on the trips, having that sisterhood, fun. Mastering the mundane, becoming a master of objections, plugging into your personal development, getting up when you're tired and you have kids and you have a dog and you're in the freezing Great Northeast. Not fun, right? Put them together consistently over time, and you're going to move yourself and your business forward. Yeah, definitely. So I wasn't trying to interject too much, but did you have anything else on there, Danielle, that you were going to share, or can I kind of ask? Can we open it up for questions?
Sure. Yeah.
Awesome. So, questions.
I don't so much have a question, but I kind of have a comment. Like Marie kind of mentioned how like back in the day when we were first posting, like we would post things like, "Ooh, look what just came available! This new 21-day fix, and it's only this much." And I remember too, like when I first started, at first I didn't like doing selfies. I never posted a selfie for the life of me. I took about like a good 2 years into coaching before I would even post.
I remember when you wanted I wanted you to send me your before photos.
Yeah. I was the worst at sending her those too.
You want me to like send it on social media, my body? No.
So, like, forever, I would never post. Like, I'd post just like the quote.
We grew up together, Jamie and
Yeah,
I.
we went to. We grew up in
She lives in Seattle now. I live in South Carolina, but we're from upstate New York. So anyway, go ahead.
And and I have some very incriminating photos. Actually, my parents do. So.
Yeah. We used to have sleepovers like every Friday.
But anyways, so yeah, I remember it took forever to even get me to do a selfie. I would do like recipes. I would post about my dog. I would post about, you know,
you see coaches that do it now who they like, we did this years ago. We used to copy the recipe from Google, like the recipes from whatever it is, a recipe, and then you save the image, you copy the recipe, and then you post that. And then I used to post a recipe on my wall every day. And I see new coaches coming out, and I'm like, okay, we're in the recipe phase. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
How about you do a picture of yourself? Then we do a picture of ourselves, and they're like, hey, I'm on day 4. And then I'm like, no one cares you're on day 4. Why don't you talk about how it sucked to get up when you're on day 4? And then they're like, okay, like I'm doing that. And then I'm like, okay, well, let's not post about working out anymore. Like, what are the 5 things you like that aren't working out? And then we go to there, and then all of a sudden you're like, hey, someone got a challenge pack. So there's like this whole, and then we're there, you know, right, Jamie? It's so true when you look back on it.
I mean, and of course, we'll get the Facebook memories that pop up too, and all mine have been popping up where I get the one where it's like, look, 21 Day Fix just came out, and then I have the other one of me doing my workout with my little motivational quote, and I was just telling Marie this morning.
Time gets you. Time to remind you too, like. Oh.
Yeah, I'm like, I can't remember the last time I posted that I did my workout because so many people were so sick. I would actually have people come up to me saying, oh, you're so good about doing your workout. I couldn't do that. And I just skip over because you make me feel bad because I'm not doing my workout.
Right. And then you realize you're killing your business because every day you're like, yeah, here I am. And then you're like, crap, like what's going on? Like I'm doing my workouts. Like what's going on? And you're like, whoa, I'm not normal.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's been a while since I've posted about a workout, but occasionally, like, I'll post when my dog, like, gets on my yoga mat and gets in my way or something like that. But, you know, like Danielle said, you really need to find something that people relate to. And it is, like, those top 5 things, like your fashion or your anxiety, which is a big one for me, too, and dog. And then those are the things that people connect with.
Right. Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. And that's so true. And we talked about that. And you know, if you're in the recipe phase or you're in the, because then you could think to yourself like, God, I don't even know like what's right. Like nothing's right. Nothing's wrong. You just gotta go. Because we are one of the top, like we really are. I mean, the rank came out and we were like ranked 210 out of 450,000 teams. So even if you completely quote unquote messed it up and shared every day that you were on day 12 of your workout and you didn't share a story about your life, you'd still probably kill it, right? You probably still would kill it. But we're like trying to take it to the next level so that you can move your business forward faster, teach you network marketing. Network marketing is completely different than I work out and I drink my shakes. Because I don't care what you're selling. I don't care if you're selling this baggie. If you understand network marketing, you would be the Michael Jordan in your business, whether you're drinking shakes and workouts or whether you're selling lipstick, eyeshadow, or whatever it is. If you get network marketing, you get network marketing across the board. And I mean, you got to have proof in the product and believe in it. I get that. But I also know that nobody's perfect, and believing in it doesn't mean that you're going to be perfect every day. Like I believe in Beachbody, but I don't believe in like, I believe in the ultimate reset, but I've never successfully completed it. Like I will one day, but I believe in it, but it's not, I never did it. One day I'm going to go to Jamie's house for 30 days and not be allowed outside for appetizers, ranch dressing, or vacations, and it will happen. I need to be like in a self-contained like rehabilitation like program to like complete it like behind a locked door. Like seriously, I cannot be trusted. Great. Well, I'm happy that everybody got on the call tonight. I guess before we go, any other questions?
I have a question. You hear me?
Yeah.
Even though we're going to start Insta tomorrow, I have an issue. I can't figure out how to keep on adding to my story. I don't know what's going on with mine, but I pressed the plus, the plus button, and I'm like, okay, where did that go? Because it's supposed to say add to your
Does
story.
it freeze when you add a pre-done picture?
Okay, so I add a picture, and then like I go back and want to add it again, and it clicks me off. Like that blue plus is not
Not there.
no.
So I always have to like double click when that happens and swipe it away to get rid of it. Once I get rid of everything, okay, so there is an add to your story that is like if I go to my feed right here, there's an add to your story, but there's also an add to your story that's like if I was in my inbox, and I saw everybody's messages and I added to my story.
But you're on Facebook. I got that part. I was talking about Instagram.
Okay, but what I'm saying too is when I'm in my messenger, it doesn't work for me. If I clicked on that to add it, it wouldn't let me. I have to be not on my inbox, but I have to be on my wall to add the story. But on Instagram, when's the last time you updated your Instagram?
That's what I was trying to do yesterday, and it wouldn't. It told me it was already updated. So I was like, "What's going on?"
So you're clicking your image,
Yes.
and then you click the little box at the top. But so when you go here, and then you go here to add it, that second time it's not there.
After I've done it the first time, it won't let me recycle and do it again. So I'm like,
can you screenshot it to me what it looks like, and I'll take a look at it?
Yeah.
And we're close enough too where you can always swing by and I can check it, but it might be that your phone's not updating based off of storage, and you might need to clean it out a little bit, because I tried to update mine to add location.
Yeah.
I wasn't adding location on my Instagram stories, and then it was.
Okay, Christine is saying something, so I'll check what she's saying.
Oh, she did? Oh, I thought it was on the messenger thing on here. Awesome. So, hey, Jillian, I see a new coach on here. Who's your coach?
Sorry, I'm like, it's my first time on this.
I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, Megan Gutenberg is my upline coach.
Awesome.
So yeah, in June, and just signed on a month ago as a coach. So trying to figure it all out and get it going. So
awesome. That's great. Well, I'm glad to have you on here. I grew up in Gloversville.
Oh, cool. I'm in Mayfield, so.
Awesome. My parents had a boat on the Sacandaga and grew up there and all over Mayfield. Those are my old stomping grounds. So I would love to possibly do a one-on-one with you to kind of go over the basics, the script, and about some things maybe later next week.
Yeah.
Just send me a message on Facebook and I'll send you my my scheduler link, and then you can get on there. This week I'm pretty slammed, but next week, if you'd like to, I would love to have you jump on there. And then also ask Megan too, because I would love to meet you. I'm rarely in upstate New York, but I'm going to be at my
I think I'm coming.
You are coming to the benefit. Okay, cool, great. Well, I'll get to meet you then, like randomly. That's awesome. Like a weird reason, but super fun to meet you, and then we can connect before that and maybe go over something. So welcome to the team. Welcome to the call. Very, very brave of you to jump on tonight. And Heather, Dedrick, Christine, Laura, Danielle, Jamie, and myself, let's rock out this week. Don't be too hard on yourself. And I can't wait to see where this week takes us. And on a business note, it's midweek, so let's change some lives. Right. It's mid-month. Come on, guys. You've been so one challenge, man. You know you can do it. You know you can do it. Yeah, it's mid-month, so reach out to people. Don't sell them. Invite them to join you. And you don't have to do your own group. I probably freaked you out, but they can join those groups. And Jillian, you don't have to run your own free group. you have like 6 months before we are mean to you. So write it down on your calendar. No, but yeah, so just reach out to people, play it real casual. Even if you don't know how to do it, we'll help you with the sign up stuff. So
Cool.
see you guys later. Hey, Christine's newly engaged. You go, girl.
Congrats.
Congratulations. All right, guys, have a good night. See you this week online. Bye, everyone.